Interwebs Max here, and today we are going to be looking at Archwing. With the upcoming new open world concept with the planes of Eidolon, we're going to be able to use our Warframe as well as our Archwing. Just from the ground, you'll be able to go into your gear slots, you'll be able to equip your Archwing. We saw them use Archwing abilities and such, so I assume the Archwing mods will come into place. So that means that everybody's going to have to level up their Archwings and get everything done. If you want to be ready for it, or if you just want to wait to level it up then, that is completely possible too. If you're not the greatest at Archwing, I would recommend going into recruitment chat and just trying to get a couple of guys together. It's best to play Archwing with friends, because the two best places to level are mobile defenses, and they're not the easiest if you don't know what you're doing. I would recommend going Erpo on Earth from level 1 to like 10-ish. Get used to the way the flow of the game works in Archwing. And then after you're done on Erpo, you can come here to Neptune and go to Silesia. I probably butchered the pronunciation of these, but whatever. These are the missions that I run all the time. Silesia is the one that I really recommend running. It's like what Draco was for Warframes for Archwing. You're not going to hit level 30 in one round, but this is like the top way to play. If you're looking for mods, probably the best place to get like damage increasing mods is Salus. That's from what I'm hearing so far. I haven't had a chance to hit it up yet. Most of my Uranus was actually not unlocked. These two nodes were just unlocked, as you can see. I just started unlocking all the nodes. Didn't really bother. I just kind of unlocked as far as I needed to be able to do the sorties every day. But when you go to Silesia here, after you're used to the way the game works and the way the Archwings play, I would recommend going to Silesia with a friend, at least one friend. Now I'm going to completely ignore my own advice and go in alone because none of my friends are online right now. For those of you who are really new to the game and you've just started and you don't know what Archwing is, if you come to your arsenal and hit the sprint button, so L3 on console, so whatever your sprint button is, unless you have a key bound somewhere else on PC, you open up this menu, go to Archwing, and you come to this. It's basically just giant wings that attach to your back. They have completely separate abilities. It ignores all your Warframe's abilities, and it has its own health and shields. So as you can see here on Inaros, I have 1720 and 760 health. Or, sorry, 1720 health and 760 shields. But Arcanes work normally. That's the only thing that works normally. If you have an Arcane Guardian equipped, you get damaged. Arcane Guardian will still kick in with the same percentage. I also have a full Grace set on my Inaros, so the Grace will kick in as well, which really helps when you're running higher level. I don't have really many mods, but I mean the abilities on these Warframes, on the Archwings are actually really, really good. The weapons are okay. Melee is potentially OP. I haven't really played around enough to figure out which weapons are best, but I've maxed out 2 so far. So the Elytron is a monster. His first ability, you shoot a bomb, and so that's your X ability on PlayStation. I believe it's the A ability on Xbox, and it's your 1 on PC. You press it once and you control it slightly, and it fires. And when you get close to an enemy, you can press it again, and it explodes. You control the detonation. His second ability vents smoke from you, and there's an augment that you can ignite that smoke later. But it vents smoke and it kind of confuses tracking, so if you ever see projectiling coming, and you might see that in the next mission, you press that and it kind of confuses them. 3 is like a controlled explosion kind of thing, so in mobile defense, if you're running a Elytron, you always want to have your 3 on the point, just in case anything gets too close to it. And then his 4 is a nuke. There's nothing really else to say. The Elytron, when you press his 4, you control the way the bomb goes just with your right analog stick, what I'm using to move my Warframe right now, or your mouse. And as soon as it hits something solid, either an enemy or a solid object in the map, it blows up in a massive, massive explosion. I have no range mods on this, and I can wipe an entire area. It's awesome. So it's okay. This is the one that I just finished maxing out now. I'm on a Mesha. Teleport, invisibility. As a black hole ability, it's really cool. His 3rd ability kind of sucks enemies in for a second and does a little bit of damage. It also brings energy orbs to you, which is really nice. And because vacuum is actually really, really pathetic on these Warframes, or on Archwing, sorry, that you have to fly pretty close to them, and in such a big map, it's hard. So the black hole helps a little bit with that, bringing shit to you. And then his 4th ability spawns a few things to fight with you. They just kind of fly around you and do a bit of damage. They're not crazy useful, but they do their job. Amisha, I haven't really honestly paid attention to her ability, or its abilities. Amisha sounds like a female name to me. Tiny drones orbit through a Warframe, yeah, so it's a little protective area, kind of like Nova's 1. Benevolent decoy creates beacons that draw enemies' fire, converting the damage into healing pulses. I know a lot of people that will throw this on the objective, because I think it's a frost bubble. I recommend putting this away from the objective. Just for a heads up. Wooden Grace renders the Warframe and nearby allies immune to status effects. I don't really get hit by status effects that much, so I don't know how useful that's going to be. And then all damage is transformed into energy, while abilities gain enhanced range, duration, and power. Affects the Warframe and nearby allies. So, it's a support. I mean, I don't really use the abilities on the Amisha too much. I'll probably use them now that I know what they do. But the weapons do more than enough. There's not too many weapons. I'm just basically started doing this for mastery and realized that after I went to Tenokon that the Plains of Eidolon were coming, so let's jump into a mission and we'll see what happens. Alright, so here we are in Archwing. I have a mod called Hyperion Boosters, so it increases my sprint speed when I hit my my L1 ability, my left bumper ability, I guess would be on Xbox, and I don't know it would be on PC. When you're sprinting, you hit it, it just boosts you crazy fast. And these close, kind of tight corner areas, I would not recommend using them. But they work pretty well when getting to places pretty quickly. I'm not the greatest at controlling these things. Which make those people say don't think I'm crazy talking to myself. But I mean, they work pretty well. Sorry, Hyperion Boosters work pretty well. Need the flexibility there. So it's kind of like a hero ability, eh?
Do not let the enemy destroy the satellite.
Fourth ability makes you immune, and then damage transfers into energy. Maybe you didn't notice our Archwing, you wouldn't notice that. I didn't notice that. See what I mean by they put it on the point? That's what the 2 does, but it draws fire. So, unless there's something I don't understand about that yet, what I understand is they're drawing fire to the point now. So as you can see, melee has a snap, and I mean like, I'm a good 20, 30 meters away from these things and I'm snapping to them. Hitting things, in my opinion, is really hard. Because I mean, the triangle around them is like crazy big. So you're gonna aim kind of for the middle, but then move. I don't know, maybe that's just me being weird.
Still working on it.
But I mean, it's pretty simple for this. Once you get into it, you understand that just kill everything as fast as you can. Because these things can get a little overwhelming, especially if you're running with things that don't know what they're doing, and by things I mean Warframes that don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of registered losers out there. You can ask Rebecca how many of us there really are. Both of them have it on there. I kind of feel left out. I need to put mine on there too, because mine's orange. I like that orange. Oh, he's got the range mod. So, see what I mean about drops? Okay, you have to get fairly close. So these tight hallways is really good. These tight hallways are really good for collecting stuff. But once you get out into the open areas, like I believe usually the second mobile defense point on this is usually really open. So we'll see if it is this time. But the other thing is you have to relearn the tile sets or maps on these, I guess. This is technically aren't tile sets. There they are, and I'm completely wrong about that too.
Defend the satellite.
Alright, so here we are. We're a little more open here. I think they'll understand what I'm talking about. Getting into a situation like this is where I would really want to Elytron, because his nuke ability would do. I hit the point. That's what I would do, is hit the point there and just clears this run at base damage. So I mean, it's a really good ability. I'm using a mesher right now. I'm not sure I'll say that. And I mean, the abilities aren't crazy useful. I mean, if you don't take damage, you can pop the run. The abilities, I think, to be honest, we need just a few more choices for Archwing missions. I mean, there's only a few on the map in comparison to regular missions. There's next to none. And submersible missions really don't count, and then there's an Archwing mission. We need more Archwing missions. And when it comes to, you know, Plains of Eidolon, I'm really hoping that they have more Archwing based stuff. Like when you're fighting the Eidolons at night, there are going to be a multiple stage fight. I'm really hoping they incorporate, you know, the abilities to the Archwings, and they come out with maybe more mods, they can get more weapons. There's a lot that can definitely be done with them. And I see a lot of potential in this system, mainly because I like the Archwing system, and I like the way that they are incorporating into this massive new direction that they're moving into with more open world concept. And I guess technically Plains of Eidolon isn't a full open world. It is still a four-player instance, but it is a lot more open than what we're used to. Yeah, I personally can't wait. I'm hoping to get it before the end of September in console, but I mean that's highly optimistic. They said the end of summer, so probably won't get it till the end of the year. Soon TM, right? So once that comes out, I mean, Archwing should become a little more popular, because basically it's a vehicle for us, right, to get from point A to point B faster. And once people start really realizing that these things have some pretty sick abilities, like the Elytron with the nuke, I kind of want to see how it scales on the ground. Itzel with the invisibility, but the invisibility for Itzel, he has to be sitting still. If you move, you become visible again. You can use your abilities and stuff, but if you move, you become visible again. The only really other thing I have to say about Archwing is don't stop playing it because you have one bad mission. When I started playing, I started playing with my friend, and her and I died and failed this mission. I'd probably say a dozen times. We stopped playing for a week, 2 weeks, and we just didn't touch anything. And then yesterday I said, you know what, let's get back into it. I want to make a video and I want to level up for the puppy album. And now we're back into it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving smashing into every wall, because controlling these things is a little ridiculous. They're so fast. But I mean, I would definitely give Archwing a try. And don't knock it until you try it. A lot of people have been playing it for a long time. They're like, oh, Archwing's just a mini game built in to tick us off, or just kind of an add-on to make it seem bigger than it is. Play it. I really recommend trying it out. Even if you only try it out for the mastery, then do that.
Continue to defend.
It's really worth it. It really is. It's a part of the game, and it's actually a pretty decent part of the game. And from the looks of it, it's going to be play a bigger role than it does now. And I really hope it does. Alrighty, guys, that's my 2 cents on Archwing in Warframe. It's a very underrated, very useful, very potentially very fun game that could be kind of like a great addition if it was implemented properly. I definitely don't want to see 30 some odd Archwings. That'd be a little ridiculous. But a couple more would be nice. Maybe 4 wings instead of 2. Really give us a variety of them. I mean, they look different now, and it's great. Fashion frame, endgame. But they are kind of limited as to what they're doing. I mean, there's a support, there's a damage dealer. I haven't really touched Odinata a lot, so I don't really understand what that's for. But I mean, we could have so many other abilities in that, and because we're going to be getting the Plains of Eidolon, it would make sense to do things like other types of Archwings or other mods or stuff like that, or other weapons even. Even though on the Plains of Eidolon it looks like we get to use our regular weapons from an Archwing, which potentially is ridiculously overpowered, but we'll see how that works. So if you guys liked the video, press the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, and any feedback is very greatly appreciated down in the comment section. What video you guys want to see next, or what kind of content you want to see, and I'll talk to you guys later.